it's poreless and the makeup lasts all day. Of course, with a client, I would normally use a brush, but I can touch Natalia's face because she's my cousin. And I think it's better to use your hands, so that way it melts it into the skin. I'm gonna go in and grab the wax, and this will help not only fill her brows, we're gonna define them, and then the wax is also gonna help with the hold. She already has like a prominent front part of the brow, so we're just mostly gonna worry about her tail end. Take a spoolie and brush through it, and if you need to, you can go through with brow powder. I probably won't, because that did really good in filling in her brows. Just go up and outwards. And this will set the brow so that it looks good all night. Crease area to give the eyeshadow a transition when we go to the brown color. And this is going to be barely noticeable. This is just going to be something that's going to help the colors transition better into each other. That we went in with a flat brush and brought it under her eye as well. Gonna line her eye, and as you can see, it defines the eye quite a bit more. She has teary eye. It's okay. And squeeze your eyes tight, squeeze them, and this will help tightline. This will bring the eyeliner up on the top. See, so that it's kind of in the rim of the top rim of her eye, tightlining the top and the bottom. See, it defines the eye a bit more. And highlight the inner portion of the eye with a nice shimmery white color. To me, I think it'll blend nicely and make it look really pretty with the metallic pink we already have on our eyes. And it's going to open the inner corner of her eye quite a bit to make her eye look way more open. does have nice shimmers and glitters. Remember, if you're young, you can have fun and wear lots of pretty shimmery colors. Okay. Make sure any kind of glitter fallout is cleaned up so that when we put our concealer or foundation, it doesn't stay stuck there. To the root of the lash, and then pull your eyelash down, and that's the way we define them. Okay, open your eyes so we get the bottom ones. It's almost like you don't even need mascara. And of course, make sure to bring your foundation down to your neck area. And you can kind of dab it to make sure it really melts into the skin. Kind of dab it with the sponge. Making sure that it blends flawlessly into the skin. I grab a little bit at a time. I find that I like to work with this foundation a little bit at a time, not put it all over the skin, because I don't want it to dry in certain areas faster than other areas. I also put extra foundation on any little areas where she may have spots, and just kind of dab it on, dab the sponge on lightly, just so it gives it more coverage without wiping. If you swipe the sponge across it, it won't give it as much coverage. I'm going to go in with the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, and I'm going to highlight underneath and cover any dark circles. I've been noticing that I use it like this now, just so I don't put it directly on the skin, on my skin, so that there's no contamination. You can always wash this tip, the sponge, under the sink, but so a little tip for you guys to know. I'll put this, and then I'm also going to mix a little bit of like Glamoflauge Concealer to give it extra highlighting coverage. I'm going to also make it like a triangle shape so that we're getting lots of highlight as well to here. And then also bring it down the brow and down the nose a bit as well. Then I grab our beauty sponge, folding it, and pressing that in to the skin. And we'll just press, dab very lightly into the skin. To blend that out nicely. As you can see, it looks nice and light under the eye area. And you can also clean up the corner of where you put your eyeshadow. So that it's going to blend in with her blush when we add it on. And of course, this is before you put any cream, any powder. You want to put this on before you put on any powder, so that you don't put any powder, you don't put any cream on top of the powder. And also just go in with your finger and dab it in if you need to. And this is going to give her a nice glow above the cheekbone. With bronzer and an angled brush, you want to add the bronzer and tap it off a bit. And then go to the sides of the face and start off with the top of the hairline. Kind of gradually building up a kind of bronzy color. This is going to look great in photos because this is going to give her shadow where she wants it, which is mostly in the forehead. Every girl wants their forehead to look a little bit smaller. So we're going to go in kind of in the hairline, bring that in, and blend it outwards. Just keep going. And then we're going to do it somewhat on the side here, bring it in You can also set at this time. You can set your where you put foundation on the other under eyes, foundation on the concealer in the center, anywhere where you think that you might get oily, or you know, it's just some people do their T-zone only. You know, I'm just gonna put also where we put some concealer. I'm gonna just grab a little bit and tap off the excess and just go slightly. I don't want to get it directly on the apples. I want to get it a little bit at an angle so it kind of kisses that bronzer. We want that bronzer and blush to meet so that it looks way more natural. Grab a little bit of the Bombshell one to give it more of a pinky hue, because I felt like it was a bit too dusty, so that it's giving it more of a pink look to it. If you want, you could put lip liner to line your lips. She won't be needing it since this is a stain. Okay, your lips together. Her outer shirt to her dress, or maybe like you can call it like a shawl or something. The lace shawl is from CW Price, and her dress is from Forever 21. And that's your perfect look. Oh, and her bracelet, her pearl bracelet is from Burlington Coat Factory. Natalia, no, those shoes are a no-no. That's much better. And the shoes are from Soul